to accomplish with their time here. Mine was to not be scared of kayaking or whitewater. This is something I believe to be very attainable and simple entering this semester. Little did I know this would be something that I feared quite greatly. As I kept this goal in mind as I entered a kayak for the first time on an orientation expedition, I froze. As I was told to enter a kayak upside down, underwater, all that was going through my head was, do you think I'm crazy? Do you want me to die? To say the least, my goal of not being scared of kayaking or whitewater was going nowhere. As I became more comfortable in a kayak, I kept this goal of mine in mind. Later in the semester, I made my technical goal to be able to combat roll. This would have to combine my previous goal and work off of that. I found that I was persistent when it came to kayaking as my time progressed. I was no longer as much scared, but instead insisting I get my roll in practice, even when I was not ready mentally. Staff, what's your code again? 4564. Okay. How can one of the scariest things to me still manage to be something that I await in anticipation and excitement? It was something that I feared thoroughly the month prior to beginning Alzar. Even stepping in at first caused me paralysis in my body. As you can tell from this first video, I did not paddle. I just sat there in fear, balancing myself, trying not to flip over, hoping for the ride to be over. This next video takes place mid-semester at Kelly's. At the beginning, I was not paddling enough, resulting in me not making it to the necessary place to go down an easier set of rapids, resulting in me heading towards a more difficult section, meaning I would actually have to paddle. This final video was recorded in Chile. As you can see, I'm paddling a lot more compared to before. A large wave hits me off the side, causing me to flip. As I am stuck in the unknown depths of the Rio Nuble, I quickly pull my skirt and come up, realizing it wasn't as frightening as I expected it to be. Okay. Persistence is something I have struggled with throughout this semester, yet somehow significantly improved upon. To me, persisting is working to get through and reach a set goal. With my time at Alzar, I set goals for myself, and also was given goals to reach. I came to Alzar being someone who was not generally very motivated. I would get the necessary work done, but not up to my best potential, and just saw it as something required. Through my semester, I have been revealed to a different side of reaching and setting goals. In tandem to my kayaking goals, I set an academic goal as well. This was to maintain all of my grades above an 85. This was set at the beginning of the semester when I was not head deep in papers up to what feels like the crack of dawn. Setting this goal seemed to be something quite attainable, but quickly proved to be something a little more difficult than expected. Throughout chemistry this year, I have struggled consistently with concepts memorization and trying to translate what was being said in my hour and 40-minute class. As my grade decreased, so did the attainability of my goal. I would try different studying methods, working with groups, or meeting with Ned to try and reach my goal, but also improve my grade. I found that as I struggled through chemistry, a lot of the time I was not caring as much about the grade, but how hard it would be to get it up to an 85. I was obsessing more over something that did not matter as much compared to a number which dictates my understanding of the material. This is where my persistence could have been seen as something negative due to how hard I was trying to reach my goal, forgetting about the class itself. I have found that setting a mission to complete can sometimes do more harm than good. I think it is great to set a goal because it is motivation to complete something, and it is a great reward. I do not, however, think it is good to care so much about something that you forget what your main priorities are. I lost touch of what I needed to complete and take care of because I was too caught up on something that was just written down on a piece of paper. Throughout my semester, I have learned how to prioritize my work. Before starting study hall, I consider which class I have the next day and which assignment will take the longest. This is a skill that is applicable to many different opportunities, which I will use a lot. I can say without hesitation that many of my goals have been met throughout the semester. As my persistence grew, I do not believe it reached a peak. There is always room for improvement, and that is exactly what I need. I never did get my full combat roll. I can say that I most likely will not be leaving this semester with a chemistry grade over 85. I did manage to get partially lost on the Hawaii expedition, even though as a leader I set my goal as to not make the group live in the desert for the rest of their lives because I misread a topo map. This, however, does not mean that these goals cannot still be met. What I'm saying is persistence is continuous learning. You are continuously striving to reach something. In my case, these have been goals. I have another semester of chemistry to meet that goal of reaching an 85 or higher. Hopefully we'll be able to get back in a kayak and nail that combat role and be able to say I did it. Persisting is paddling forward. It is making the move to put in effort and progress in life. At the beginning of the semester, I just sat and did as little as possible, trying as hard as I could to not flip. Like my work, I was taking the easy route, not learning much from it, and towards the end, I paddled hard and tried my best, yet I still flipped and had to pull my skirt. Even when you are working as hard as you can to do the work to the best of your ability, you still might find that you are not getting it. What I have learned through persisting is you should not stop. Do not let a bad grade or flipping in a kayak stop you from reaching your goal. As I am soon to make my way back to Baltimore, I hope to bring back a new concept of persistence along with my 50 bags. I have been able to apply this idea to a variety of situations, from school to kayaking, even to year living. I want to keep pushing myself in school to reach that goal of everything above 85, but do not want to continue to obsess over it as much. Playing squash, I will persist and push myself to the best of my ability, have a goal of winning and meet that goal. At home with friends, I'll persist to work through problems and reach a common goal. To me, there's a great feeling once I achieve a goal. I want to continue to have that feeling even when I'm not in Idaho with my 20-person family. Persistence pushes you to do your best, and I would like to keep challenging myself to my greatest.